on, everybody? This is Rob Plays Games, and if you're wondering why I'm dressed like Kangaroo Jack, well, today is Halloween, so happy Halloween to all you viewers who are watching this on Halloween. Today, Rob Plays Games, I'm going to be covering Heist and how to be successful at it and how to win more Heist matches. The video in the background is going to be me playing Heist with just a pistol only, so it should be some pretty interesting gameplay for you guys to watch. Arguably, the most important thing when you're playing Heist is what type of player are you going to be, what route are you going to run. In my opinion, there's really three choices that you have here. You can either flank, you can rush, or you can post up. If you're going to flank, my word of advice to you is don't go too wide when you're flanking, especially if it's a big match. Because what you're going to do is you're going to leave your team in a 5-on-4 situation that they're going to lose, and then you'll find yourself in a non-winning situation where you'll have to 1v3 clutch it or 1v4 clutch it. So if you're going to flank, be mindful. If you're going to rush, you have to consider what advantage am I going to take in order to beat their rush. In any Heist round, there's going to be teammates that rush and there's going to be opposing members that rush. So you need to think of what am I going to use to slow them down so that I can ensure that my rush is more effective than theirs. And we'll talk about that here in a second. And the third type of player is called the post-up. The post-up player, they're going to watch choke points. They're really going to stay in one advantageous portion of the map. I really recommend this for new players because it allows them to be successful, because it'll put them in a position where they can win gunfights even against people that may be a better skill level than them. So they can post up and watch choke points, they can post up and watch the cache, or they can post up and actually watch the extraction site. So then we'll talk about the next most important thing, which is selection. What do I do with my money? How do I spend my money? Well, the first thing is, in my opinion, attachments aren't as important as what you may think. Attachments can help you get kills, but in my opinion, they're not worth the cash that you spend on them, okay? We're going to talk about what you should be buying, again, by the three type of players you could be using. So if you're going to be flanking, you want to consider the SMGs, you want to consider silencers on your weapons. Sometimes the default pistol is just fine with flanking, especially if you have that silencer on it. You also want to consider perks like dead silence if you're going to be flanking. If you're going to be rushing, the most important thing to think of here is the equipment. You're going to want to use something like a Seeker, a 9-bang, a cluster grenade, something that you can throw or deploy that prevents them from rushing as fast as you. If the opponent hears a Seeker going off, or the opponent sees a 9-bang going off, or hits with a 9-bang, or sees one of their opponents or one of their teammates die by a cluster grenade, they're not going to rush quite as fast. It's going to give you that 1 to 2 seconds to pick up the cache and bounce out of there. And obviously, if you're rushing, you're going to be using the SMGs, the shotguns, that type of thing. I don't need to go into too much detail with that. And if you're post-up, that's when you get to choose the ICR, the laser beam, those type of rifles. And really self-explanatory there. May want to consider some armor depending on your feelings on it. So then the next thing that I'll talk about, very important thing in Heist, is when I down an enemy, should I immediately go off and kill them, or should I wait and see if more of his teammates show up to try and help him out? And there's really two things to consider here. One, what portion of the map are you? If you're near the cache and it's early on in the round, don't go for the kill right away. You're going to wind up, reaching outside of your cover to get that kill, and you're going to wind up exposing yourself to the teammate, and then all of a sudden you're going to go down, and you're no help to your team if you're down. You're just a liability, really. And the other thing to consider is, are you playing against a group of individuals or a group of groups? If you're playing against a group of groups, basically what I'm saying is, if you down an opponent, chances are one of his buddies is going to be close by. Even if you're way far away from the cache, they typically run in groups and packs. So you kill one, watch over his body, see if his teammates show up, you wait 5 seconds or so, then you can finally finish him off. The next thing we'll talk about is your teamwork. The most important part of teamwork is not only call-outs, but also communicating how you're going to spend your money. For example, you don't want to buy all the equipment and all the score streaks and put it all into one round and leave yourself relatively out of cash for the rest of the round. So I'll often communicate with my team saying, hey, I got the Hellstorm this round. I should be able to take 4 or 5 of them out. You guys save up, and maybe you guys can get score streaks or equipment for the next round.
especially if you're in these close game modes where, you know, 1 or 2 rounds really can swing it and really can win for you. You really need to communicate how I'm going to be spending my cash and how they should spend their cash. So I'll also talk about score streaks in Heist. The most important score streaks in my mind are Hellstorm and then Lightning Strike, in that order. Things that are overrated in my opinion: counter UAV and attack helicopter. Counter UAV, it's 1 round. I don't think that that's going to be helping that much. 2, the attack helicopter, yes, it can get kills, but it's twice the cost of a Hellstorm. And if you have a good Hellstorm and you're on the right map, you can get 4 or 5 down easy 10 seconds into the game. So does that extra 4,000 to get maybe the last guy with an attack helicopter really do something for you? I don't think so. I think it's a bit overrated. The other score streaks you can consider are darts and RCXDs. Again, not going to grossly change the outcome of a round, but what it can do is it can help your rush be more effective. If the opponent hears a dart, sees a dart, or hears an RCXD coming at them early on in the round, they're going to slow up their rush. It's going to allow you and your teammates to go in, pick that cash up, and then play a totally different way in order to win the round. And so anyway, guys, that's my tips for the Heist game mode. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what you guys think are the most important things to a Heist. If you want to add me on Xbox One, my gamer tag is SlappyXP. I'll put that in the description. Otherwise, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Happy Halloween.